Bholaa is Kaithi on steroids. Director, leading man and co-producer Ajay Devgn takes Lokesh Kanagaraj's 2019 action drama Kaithi Means Prisoner and cranks up the volume literally and metaphorically to 11. The operating principle of this film is more is more.
ये धरती बंजर होके भी बुज़दिल पैदा नहीं करती है.
So there are multiple bad guys who have so many henchmen attacking Bholaa on so many occasions that it's impossible to keep count. Every frame is stylized to within an inch of its life. The background score by KGF composer Ravi Basrur is so loud that in a few scenes it's difficult to understand the dialogue. And in places the exaggeration is so extreme that Bholaa resembles a video game with its titular character moving up levels one by one. One of the bad guys seems straight out of Pirates of the Caribbean. Kaithi wasn't overtly interested in realism or logic either. But Lokesh deftly married Western tropes with masala sensibilities. He created a gripping story that takes place over a single night, in which a man with a checkered past, staggering strength and unyielding morals finds himself at the wrong place at the wrong time. Kaithi was terrific as Dilli, who released from jail after 10 years gets caught in a bloody war between cops and drug lords. The stakes are high. 900 kilos of cocaine, Dilli's daughter who's waiting at an orphanage to meet him for the first time, 40 policemen who are drugged and unconscious, and moles on both sides making victory that much harder. But Bholaa has 4 adapted screenplay and dialogue writers. Amil Kian Khan, Ankush Singh, Sandeep Kevlani and Sridhar Raj Yash Dubey who add more. We get a gender swap for a key character. The SP who forces Bholaa to drive the truck is now a female cop named Diana. The good thing is that this allows the film to include Tabu, who after the Drishyam series and Kutte is back in uniform. There is something so inherently dazzling about Tabu in Ray-Bans shooting baddies while hanging onto the side of a jeep that I want to recommend that Rohit Shetty consider adding her to his cop universe. But the narrative doesn't give her much to do. There is one scene in which Diana talks about what she's lost in the line of duty. Tabu, with moist eyes and steely gaze, does so much with so little. But mostly, the heavy lifting is done by Bholaa himself.
हथकड़ी खुली नहीं और शुरू हो गई रंगबाजी. हाँ,
शक्ल देखकर चार्जशीट बनाने लग गई आजकल पुलिस.
Now here's where I get confused. Ajay has been a leading man for 32 years. He swept to stardom with that iconic split in Phool Aur Kaante and continues to deliver hits with the regularity of a cuckoo clock. Just last year, he was in RRR, Gangubai Kathiawadi and Drishyam too. This is an actor with multiple national awards and a built-in superstar persona. He doesn't need elevation. When he walks into a frame, he owns it. But this film insists on talking up his character at regular intervals. One of the many tweaks in the Hindi version is a new character whose only function is to construct and embellish the myth of Bholaa. The crowd listens stunned as this man waxes eloquent about Bholaa. He says, "Uski saans ruk jati hai, lekin wo nahi rukta." Like the other 3 films in which Ajay has directed himself, You, Me or Hum, Shivai and Runway 34, in Bholaa also his character is a father and very much the alpha male. Bholaa is essentially a superhero without a cape, but with celestial overtones. The film references Lord Shiva, who also loomed large on Shivai. It's widely known that Ajay is a keen devotee of Lord Shiva and even has a tattoo of him on his chest. Bholaa is positioned as the human incarnation of the Lord of Destruction. The film is peppered with visual references. A key scene takes place at an outdoor temple where a gigantic statue of Lord Shiva stands. A low-angle shot frames Bholaa and statue side by side. For the final battle, the weapon of choice is a Trishul. We see Bholaa doing a Maha-Aarti, and when he puts that ash on his forehead, you know there will be trouble. But to have impact, a superhero who might be a demigod needs a ferocious villain. And this is where the film stumbles. The setup is ek chattan or 100 shaitan. But none of these shaitans have any real menace to them. Deepak Dobriyal, with earrings, eyeliner, tattoos and a nail ring, plays an unhinged cocaine addict. This is a man so heinous that he bludgeons his own henchman to death, then he sits on his body and snorts a line. Deepak is a terrific actor, but Ashu Bhaiya mostly requires posturing. Vineet Kumar as his older brother Nithari gets even less. That name may refer to the horrific Nithari case in which children were murdered. This guy, with his eyes bulging out, says,
आखी मेरा फेवरेट खाना अब तक क्या रखा चुका हूँ.
The equation is skewed further because Bholaa is presented as virtually indestructible. In Kaithi, Lokesh created moments in which we were genuinely afraid for Delhi. But here we know that Bholaa will conquer all, the only suspense is how. However, Sanjay Mishra, as the hapless constable who must find his inner hero, finds a few moments to shine, as does Amir Khan, who provides comic relief as Karchi. Ajay isn't a dull director. He works consistently to keep the story moving, and the visuals by DOP Asim Bajaj are flashy but inventive. The action sequences in this film, which include a 6-minute-long chase sequence, have ambition and scale. Like he has done in his earlier films, he also includes a song interlude where you don't expect it. Here, it's a remix of the iconic Aaj Phir Jeene Ki Tamanna Hai from Guide. The effort is consistent, but his obvious talent for spinning a yarn seems to get lost in the noise. And the 3D doesn't help. In one scene, Bholaa punches a man in the face, and these teeth and blood just come flying at you. There are also visuals of bones ripping out of flesh, and in another scene, when Bholaa hits a man on his chest, his heart comes out of his back. At least I think it was his heart. Perhaps Nithari speaks for the film when he says, "Rakt ke bhakt hain hum." I'm not a Rakt ka bhakt, and Bholaa exhausted me. But I'm intrigued by the clash promised in the sequel. You can see Bholaa at a theatre near you. Hey guys, what did you think of Bholaa? Did you enjoy it more? Tell me in the comments below, and do subscribe to Reviews and More.